games, marital quarreling all through the night, yeah. Drew and Laura, a meeple grande, no small meeples in the meeple grande crew, yeah, yeah. It's meeple grande. It's meeple grande. Meeple grande in the longboat through the English Channel to the castle moat, yeah. A meeple grande, better watch out when they come a-raiding along the shoreline. Gonna have no place but to throw and shout. Drew and Laura, marital quarrel, playing the border games, meeple grande. Drew and Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling, meeple grande. Drew and Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling, meeple grande. 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 and Laura playing board games.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Yeah, see, the camera's back to normal.
Okay, I guess it's just because I'm off.
Yeah, I could move over. Yeah, just move over a little bit.
Sound went out. Like completely? Probably.
No, sound looks like it's fine on here. Handing out strangers.
No, it's back. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Time Roller.
Yeah, we man.
It's been a day.
Yep.
Lots of things to do.
Yeah.
And this one had to come home from school so he could play.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Phantom Maple.
Hey, Phantom.
Music died long before you changed screens. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we had button issues too, apparently.
Yeah. For some reason my my hotkeys weren't working, so I had to turn them on. Luke, what is up? It's been a while.
Hi, Luke.
Hello. So I didn't have time to really set up anything so that people can play this. But
you put the sheets on Facebook.
I put the sheets on Facebook. I did. They are all. I got the printer friendly in the comments for the post. Jason,
Wow, that's so funny. It's
12
been a year.
months, 1 whole year. You know what that means?
That means it's actually the year.
That means our subversary is the end of the month. Like I said, it was I believe the 30th or something like that.
Well, I told you on Facebook the other day I had started posting a year ago when we first started. Streaming.
So yeah, it's been a year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's definitely been a year.
Yeah. We've had a lot of ups and downs. So we should do something really, really special for the Streamiversary stream.
Yeah, maybe I could stream with you.
Maybe.
And we can just play board games till midnight.
We'll have an 82 hours. No.
Let's just
Definitely
do it till
no.
midnight.
No. Well,
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll figure something out.
We can play so many games together.
Which means passports, COVID test. Yes.
I've been very, very busy. 3 months currently in Poland visiting the family. Oh.
Nice. Poland.
Halloween costume idea. Dress all in black, set cotton balls in random locations, keep a small squirt gun in your pocket.
We've been we've been poking at the idea of having some costumes for certain games.
Yeah.
Nothing too elaborate, something like just easy to put on, maybe makeup or something. I don't know. Yeah, nothing too full body,
An
stuff.
84-hour stream in 2-hour increments every Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, you do.
Oh wow, like we do every week.
Yep.
Yeah, well, we're not gonna talk about dog stuff today. I did turn off the dog treat channel point because he's not in the room today.
Realized I have my 2-year Twitch anniversary coming up in January. Totally forgot about the 1 year. Oh. Dress up in scuba gear and play Underwater Cities.
Ooh.
I actually want to try that game.
That would be fun.
Underwater Cities.
So if you haven't been following the Facebook post, I recently played A Feast for Odin with Steph Hodge from Board Game Steph. She taught it to me.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. It's so good.
Luke said you should braid your beard or shave it off.
I am trying to braid it. It needs to be a bit longer. It just has to be a bit longer.
It doesn't have to be a bit longer. He just needs to find somebody that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, that too. And it needs to be the right length, and I need to find someone who knows how to do it.
I mean, I can braid normal hair. I don't know about beard.
Definitely not shave it off. Even though it's been getting in the way of certain activities, especially eating.
I won't lie.
What?
I said I've been annoyed by it. I won't lie.
But from me doing what?
Your beard?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Well, I know. I try to keep it like
Look-who's in
loose
chat
free.
mom.
Yeah.
But you need an old Mexican lady. She can braid it into. No.
I'm sure there's people around here that know how to do it.
Yeah. So I don't know how long this game is gonna take, but if you go to our Facebook group, if you do ! group, you can go to the page. You don't have to follow or anything, but the post on there should have the player sheet
Look what.
and the castle drawing sheet, plus a printer friendly player sheet in the comments.
Yeah.
If you want to play, you can download it and do whatever you want, or you can watch and see how it goes. But if you're gonna play, what you're gonna need is 10 just little tokens, something like, well, now they
Yep,
can't see.
Oh,
Mayor,
someone Cthulhu. Ooh.
see these little tokens? They look like little not chocolate, but little candies. What are those candies called?
Sprees?
The sprees.
That's what it looks like to me.
They look like sprees.
You can use anything.
You
for
can use
Fizz
anything,
Rock
yeah.
and stuff.
Like meatballs, anything.
Yeah.
Online. It was online for sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that when or if we go to see Steph, we'll probably end up playing that on the table.
Yeah.
However, it does take up a lot of table space.
Yeah.
A lot. Like, you probably need 2 tables if you have 4
Smarties,
people.
Mentos. Yeah, they look like Sprees to me.
Yeah.
Mentos?
So what else we got?
Sweet tarts.
We recently went to Barnes & Nobles, picked up a few really awesome games. We got Night Cage, Deadwood, which is right behind us, right here, the book.
I also got me a book.
You did get a book.
Lucidity.
And Lucidity, which, if you guys haven't seen the art in Lucidity, which is a Barnes & Noble exclusive game, then you're missing out. You're really missing out.
Is it good? Will you buy it? Yeah, he wants it.
Oh, I want it. I want Feast for Odin. It's a really awesome worker placement, and it has so many different choices for scoring. It has so many choices. You have no idea. There's so many things you could do in that game that it's hard to not be able to pick something to do, even
So
with
you're
4
gonna
players.
Have, AP a lot in that game.
No, I actually didn't when I played with Steph, because there's just so much to do. You just don't.
Dana how Artichokes fun little game. Maybe you found it. Yeah.
That
is
was
a cute
that was
story.
also there too.
Yeah. That
Oh,
is a
Mayor
cute game.
Carol's in chat.
We've been talking to him.
The other thing is it has this mechanic that's in another game. I can't remember Stone Age, where you have to feed your workers.
Mm-hmm.
You have to feed the people at the table.
Yeah.
Which is it's really good. Hopefully one day we'll get to play it on BGA, and you guys will see how it works.
Ooh. That sounds fun.
So if there is nothing else, we just go to the table.
We're gonna do BGA tomorrow, and then
Definitely.
then on Sunday we will be streaming as well on Tailwagon.
Yeah, Tailwagon Games Sunday. I don't know what time. Around 4 o'clock.
4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Yeah.
We'll be over there doing our double date night board gaming.
It's in Lahava. Yeah.
You
Nice.
asked Steph to teach it to you too? She will teach you it because apparently she is absolutely in love with that game also. We're already at the table waiting on you slowpokes.
Yeah.
Time Roller, are you even playing Time Roller?
Yeah,
Are
he's
you?
already won. He's already watched the stream that hasn't been shot yet, and he's already won. And he traveled back.
Oh, I get it. Alright. So here's our table. Here's our player boards, okay? Let's move stuff around here. Now, we're gonna be using color pencils. This game is pretty easy.
Okay, so someone summoned Cthulhu, and I just got the dice stuff.
The dice will not fit in Cthulhu. The dice are huge.
Well, I mean,
Like,
it
look
fit,
at
but it wouldn't come out of his mouth.
These are huge. So they're not gonna fit in Cthulhu. He will be here in physical form there. Now, if you have a sheet, cool. this game comes with a pre-dotted sheet where you could just trace out your castle. Or you can play on the other side, which is all blank, and you could draw your own castle, which is pretty cool. Okay, but for now, I'm going to be using this. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch of different parts of this castle. There are 12 different pieces that you can build. Okay, and there's going to be bonuses for, depending on what you build, there's going to be bonuses, and that's how you're going to score. And I'm going to go through all of that. So we're going to be drawing our castle. And we're going to try to attract tourists or visitors to our castle. And that's where these little people are down here. Okay? The more visitors you get, of course, the more points you're going to get.
Tom says he has a dragon in his moat and a wizard in the tower.
Well, you're well ahead of us then. The end of the game is triggered when the first person has drawn all 12 pieces of their castle. Okay, no matter who else has not drawn it, if one person has finished drawing their whole castle, then that triggers the end game.
Oh.
Okay, and the way that we are going to play this is as follows. We've got 2 dice. Okay?
Pretty big.
On the active player's turn, they're going to roll the die. This is not the roll. They're going to roll. And they're going to be able to take both dice. Okay? Everyone else that is not active, picks 1.
Got that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So active player gets both dice. Everyone else picks 1. Okay? And that's for every active player. Okay? Easy enough. Here's the tricky part, especially if it's for little kids here. This is sort of a resource gathering game also. Think of Tiny Towns sort of thing. You gather a resource, and then when you get enough, you get to build something.
Yep, I remember
Okay? So let's say we're ahead in the game. So I get to pick a stone, okay, and 2 people. So I get to draw 2 people in my invisible castle, but there's nothing there. Nonetheless, I get to draw them. Now, for that resource, you get to put one of your tokens on top of any resource that is on your sheet. Okay? And the reason you want to do that is because you're collecting resources. And throughout the game, you're going to be collecting more. You're going to be getting more stuff. So let's pretend that we're all the way
Is that really a space?
ahead. Yeah, these are spaces.
Are they real?
Yeah, there's nothing in the book about them, so I'm assuming that's what they are.
From the video I played, that's not spaces at all.
They're not?
No.
Robot spaces.
Okay, well, I guess they're not then. I don't know why they're there then. The book has nothing about these spaces. So these are just all already...
So like that brown piece there, that's technically a column, so you would collect that.
Really? So that's completely filled?
Yeah, I mean...
Wow, okay.
I'm pretty sure. I watched a really quick video when we first got it, but I'm pretty sure that's how it was. It's whenever you complete a column or a row.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So you don't need to fill in these then. These already blocked out ones? Wow, okay. All right, we'll play it that way. It seems a bit too easy that way though.
What side of the board?
The green side.
The green side?
Yes.
Okay. I was just curious what was different.
that's the hard side, Mom.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, so...
Rules to taking care of meeples. Keep them away from bright lights, never get them wet, no matter how much they beg.
Are people gonna get wet when it rains? Yes, they are. Alright, so... Okay, the book really doesn't say anything about these blank spaces. It has nothing in the book about it.
I mean, I can go through a video really fast if I need to, but...
No, I mean, it just...
I watched Tom's review on it.
It seems a bit too easy that way. But, I mean...
It's a child's game.
I mean, I guess. But we'll
It's for ages 8 and up.
Yeah, alright, well, we'll play it that way then.
Who's gonna go first, though?
All
You
right.
gotta
So
finish the
as you can
rules.
see here, I've got two complete. I've got a complete row and I've got a complete column.
Mhm.
At the end of your turn, you're allowed to complete only one of a certain kind. So if you've got one row, you can complete one row. Okay, if you have one row and one column, you can't complete both, because if you complete one, you're going to take away your tokens.
Why is she mumbling?
I don't know.
Because I'm far away from the mic.
Yeah, so since I'm louder, I could probably point this that way and it'll be okay.
There's a lot of people at the table.
Yeah. So if you can see here, I've got two columns.
Yep.
Complete. All right. So at the end of my turn, if I choose to complete columns, all complete columns, I can do that. So what I'll do is complete this one first, and then I'll get what is on either side. So this one allows me to draw a wall and get two people. So I get to draw a wall and fill in two people. Okay. Now I want to complete this column also. That's going to give me another wall.
Yeah, the empty spaces are to separate the usable rows and columns. They are not filled. Alright, thank you, Time Roller.
Yay.
Okay, so we have to fill them then, right?
The empty spaces are to separate the usable rows and columns. They are not filled.
Okay. All right. I mean, that works. So yeah. So in that case, I got to build two walls because I completed two columns and fill in two people.
Yes, so
Okay.
you get 2 meeples.
Now, in the same instance here, let's go back. If I wanted to build the one row, what I would do is take all of these off,
I don't know what that says.
and then I get to build a tower and a flag.
That's
Okay.
a flag?
So essentially, what you're doing is collecting.
Linda.
Oh.
Yes. So you get two flags on the top and bottom wall, and one flag on the left and right wall. Now, essentially, what you're doing is collecting resources to build these pieces.
Yeah, all the goods.
Yeah. So think like tiny towns. You collect the resources and then you build them in the shape that you
Yep.
that you can.
You misspoke something else too.
What?
When you completed that row, that symbol over there is not it's a column. It's not a tower.
Okay.
The tower is completely different. The tower is this. And that's on the bottom row
No,
there.
that's called the dungeon floor.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought these were called columns.
No. They're towers.
Oh.
They're towers.
They're very tall ones.
These
I
are
must have watched a really old video.
these
then.
are dungeon floors. Okay.
Yeah, 4 dungeon floors.
Yeah, there are 4 dungeon floors, which is a lot for this castle.
You might have a lot of people. The top
Yeah.
row on-
So the
Yeah.
numbers on these here are how many points you get for building that. So to build so by completing that row, you're going to build one tower worth 2 points. So you're going to draw in your tower and then write the number 2 in it. Okay, so that's 2 points.
Yep.
Now, if it were this way, if you were to build this here
It's a really big row.
and decide, okay, I want this row, you remove all of this
Bye-bye.
and you build a tower worth 5 points and you get a flag worth 1.
Tamara was saying you don't have to complete a row.
What do you mean you don't have to complete?
You only have to complete the blocks next to the image.
I don't think so.
Camera was basically correcting Dad with the rules.
I didn't read the rule book. No, I didn't. Don't look at me like that.
Just put it there.
Because it's gonna fall over.
Oh gosh.
To build a 2-point flag, you only have to fill in the red turkey and wood. I just watched the designer explain it.
Oh, really? Well, then the book really does not explain that very well. It really does not.
I'm pretty sure that's what I watched in Tom Vassel's video as well. But
So
I thought maybe
it
I
says
didn't pay
here at the
attention.
end of your turn, each player can remove the tokens which complete one line or one column of their personal board.
Oh, and this is our personal board?
Yeah, your personal board.
I might want to play on the other side.
So that's how I took it, is that you had to complete a whole line.
I mean, technically, this would be a whole line because these aren't spaces. This would be a whole line because of these spaces. This would be a whole line because of this space. This would be a whole line because of that space.
Yep.
Well, I
should be
mean,
the teacher
if
right
you
now.
read the book here, it does not explain that very well at all.
To build the top wall, you have to fill in one wood space. Oh, hang on.
So it just takes one wood to build one wall?
Yeah, there. If you take that column, which is what I was telling you before.
Okay.
Yep.
What I'm trying to say is that it does not explain this very well.
The column or line is the color space of the image you want to draw, not the entire board.
Hi, Dutch Yoda.
Hello, Dutch. How are you?
Hey, Dutch. Colored spaces of the image you want to draw. Okay, well, that would have been great if this book would have said that.
I didn't read the book, so I don't know.
Here, read it for yourself at the end of their turn. Tell me what that tells you.
And
Next to the orange.
This one here?
Next to the orange. To the right of the orange. At the end of your turn.
Oh, okay. Each player can remove the tokens which complete one line or one column on their personal board and draw the corresponding castle parts. Note, if the line or column that crosses each other are both completed, the player must select one to build from the castle, not both. However, you can end up drawing several parts if you have several complete lines or columns which do not cross.
Yeah.
Nowhere
Nowhere in that whole page where it says at the end of your turn does it say anything about these empty spaces.
The apprentice version is what we're playing. It's easier and faster.
So the book really, really, really needed
the
some work.
cards with the green back and shuffle them. Okay,
Jester.
we're doing things. You get to go first because technically you're the youngest.
Yep. My dad's the youngest.
Dad's the youngest.
Imagine just dad.
So also when you fill in the people, you have to start on the top left
Yeah.
and then work your way down to the
Yep.
bottom.
And the more you get, the more points you get.
So, like I said, there's absolutely nothing in the book about these blank spots. It would have been nice if they would have put something in there for it.
And Dad, do you see these?
Yeah.
What do you
Luke
think that
says,
means?
it's even later in Poland than in the UK. It seems a bit complex for nearly 11 p.m. I'm going to say goodnight. Great to see you. Catch you soon. Yeah, it was great seeing you
All right,
too,
good
Luke.
night, man. Have a good rest. Get the one flag, you only have to fill the rock,
Yep.
which to me doesn't make sense to use a rock for a flag. But, you know.
It won't be a stone flag.
Each castle can support 2 walls, supporting 2 flags.
Fact is, like I said, nothing in the rulebook does say anything about these empty spaces.
I mean, empty seems empty to me.
Oh, Luke just subscribed,
Yeah,
Mom.
nearly a Twitch baby. Can't believe it's only 8 months. I'm sure I've been here longer. Thanks for the great streams. The wood and the rock bottom left is to build the first dungeon space.
Oh.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, that's down here.
I mean,
So
I
you would have to
understand.
keep on building that?
No, I totally get it now.
See, like, if we roll wood and a stone, so this is a line here. This is a line. It's not the entire line. It's just this part. And so
Yep.
you would build this, and you have to build from the bottom up. And when you build one of these spaces, you get to draw one of these cards. I'll help you out, I promise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put the circle.
However,
on this.
Blue Orange, it would have been nice to put that somewhere in the rule book. Just saying, you know. But
Rulebook says nothing about the spaces, so stop including them. Yeah, if they were included, they would be in the rulebook.
exactly, so you shouldn't even have included them in the space itself.
It's just to make it look cool. Stop complaining.
I mean, you could have made a grid without them, right?
Maybe.
Not necessarily, because that 5-point column needs 4.
Oh no, I get that, but they could have made a grid without including those spaces, or said something, one line.
You can't have negative space. The number of spaces would be off.
No,
Yeah.
like I said, I get that,
No reason.
but the thing is that if you have a non-gamer, even me, like someone who's played games many times, I even got that wrong.
Yeah.
The fact is, it's not in the book anywhere that there are empty spaces that you do not fill. That's all they had to put in the book, was do not fill the empty spaces. These are empty spaces. They do not count towards anything. That's it.
And everyone's board's the same.
Yeah, they are. You're right.
Yeah, as a gamer, I'm adding them. Yeah, see, that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's like I'm assuming that those are spaces where you can just add.
I'm assuming it's a kid's game and it's going to be simple.
Yep.
Okay, well, if you
I
already
think
knew
so.
that, why didn't you say anything?
Because I thought maybe I was wrong, so I was waiting to be corrected if I was wrong. Like, I thought that the flags, I thought that they were windows. I didn't know that they were called flags.
Well, yeah, but
And then when I thought that these were towers and these were pillars, you're like, no, in the rule book it says this. And I was like, oh,
yeah, but it's just
well, maybe
terminology.
I'm wrong about that.
I'm
too.
talking about actual gameplay.
What color do you want to do first?
You
Talk
already
about
know
actual
that.
Oh, well, actually, we don't need color pencil yet because we're going to have
Still,
to do those first.
If you're making a game for kids, especially if someone
Go ahead
picks
and
it
roll.
up
You can roll.
not being a gamer,
Ow. I got wood and a mystery.
okay, that means it's a wild. You could pick whatever you want.
So you rolled the dice because you went first because you're the youngest. So
I know what
you
I'm gonna do.
get to do both. So
You get to take both.
I'm gonna make this a stone and
Alright,
that
hold on.
wood to get a dungeon tower.
Before
So
we
put your things
continue,
on.
I'm gonna do this so that way we all have points, because there are cards that you get to turn over because of this. Okay?
Yeah, I did that because I had the mystery.
that's good.
Alright, so instead of turning over cards, what I'm gonna do is the top dungeon is gonna be worth 4 points. Okay, so when you fill the top dungeon, it's gonna be worth 4. The one underneath that is gonna be worth 3. The one underneath that is gonna be worth 2.
A jester.
And the first dungeon is gonna be worth 1.
It's gonna be.
That way, people that are playing on stream or after on the VOD have a chance to gain some points. That way, we don't have to flip cards over. Does that sound good to you?
Sure.
Okay, so if you complete the first
Which
dungeon,
one?
which is this thing here,
What color are you gonna use?
you'll get 1 point. 2, 3, and then 4.
Blue.
All right, so there are special
No
spots
problem.
that we did not talk about because we're getting ahead of ourselves here.
Well, Tara was set to start and Anthony rolled, so.
Yeah. So
Okay.
get those cards ready.
You ready? You got it? Are you gonna color it in?
Yes.
Okay.
I love coloring.
And also, if you didn't want to take that right now, you could have waited if you wanted to.
No, I wanted to take that because
Yeah, you could wait.
At the end of Mini Grande's turn, he can spend those, or he can build, or he can save them.
I'm not gonna save it.
You're not gonna save them?
All right, so with the sun and the cloud,
Alright, listen about these two.
of course, it doesn't have it here either. So the person who completes the 12th and last main part of their castle will claim the cloud. Okay? The
Which
first
one is
person
4 points?
to draw the 4th layer of the dungeon will get the sun. I believe that's how it is.
Say that one more time.
Um,
Hi, Kieran. How are you?
Hello.
Yeah, I know Time Roller.
What?
We have to pick our resources.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pick that.
Okay, Dad, which one were you on?
Oh,
Or am I picking for you?
no, Dog's taking his turn. He's talking about the sun and the cloud.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe the first person to finish the 4th dungeon will get the sun bonus.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pick the wild, I believe. I'm gonna pick the wild and put it here.
On the seeds?
Those are coin.
Oh, they look like seeds. So what will you get?
You spent your stuff, right?
Yeah.
These need to go off.
And I got a card with it.
No, you got this one. So you completed. You got a 1 point for the
You
bottom.
put a number 1 here. Can you write it in there? Or do you want like a pen or something?
There. I just put it
Can you see it?
beside it.
Okay, that
There
works.
you go. I'm not gonna spend mine yet.
What do you get for doing it?
Doing what?
Putting that your on the coin.
He said he doesn't want to spend it yet. He's gonna wait to
Yeah.
do something different.
You don't have to spend.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying
So,
wait.
But
so this
under
board is what represents your resources. Okay, these are all the materials you have. So right now I have money. Okay, and I don't want to spend that money to do anything yet.
Okay, you want to roll next.
Well, you have to roll next.
Oh, okay.
I want that.
Let's keep it simple.
Oh, another question mark. So you can use both of them, and you could get a dungeon.
And you get to do 1.
Okay, I'm gonna do that mystery
Yeah.
to get me.
You put your thing where you want it.
What will I get if I put it on here?
All right, put it there.
I'm not gonna put it on stone.
You're gonna put it there. So you'll get one of the flags. You'll trace one of them, and you'll put a number 1 in it.
Okay.
Oh,
Get
here you
me a.
go. All right, so I get wood.
Oh, you're getting wood and
Anything.
yeah, like this. Oh, this one's almost dead.
All right. So whenever you do.
Okay, I need a pen.
Whenever you do use materials, you need to remember to take the
You only spend at the end of your own turn. Oh, was I not supposed to spend last time then? Uh-oh.
Oh, you're just tracing it?
I mean, I haven't done this turn, so now I have to wait.
Can you give
Well, I
me a
just
pen?
rolled that, so technically...
Well, it says at the end of their turn, each player can remove the tokens which complete 1 line or 1 column.
Right, so where's your number 1 for that?
Right there.
Again,
I need a pen.
come on, the rules here.
You're still explaining the rules?
It's my turn. Yeah, that's what I rolled, and I got wood and one of
Mysterious.
anything. It's Laura's turn. Their turn. It's clear. All right. So technically, I wasn't supposed to build that wall last time, so I'm not going to build another wall this time. I'm going to wait. I'll take that as I did my thing. So you took a resource.
Yeah.
What'd you take? You took
Question
this?
mark.
Yeah,
Right.
he used to build the flag.
All right. Well, you got to take that one off because you already did it. But you're not supposed to build not on your turn, okay? Because I rolled those. And now Dad's going to roll. And if he completes something, then he can build.
We're gonna roll for the Twitch chat first.
Okay.
I'll do that.
You go ahead. You got it.
Here are my fellow friends.
So they're gonna get the money or peoples.
Meeples.
Ooh, who do you think you want?
Meeple.
Because we get one.
So we get to choose one.
I want meeple.
Oh, you want?
Chat will get both of those.
Cow.
I'm gonna take the money again.
Actually,
Do I put the people in?
No, because you only get to choose one resource. What were you choosing?
Meeple.
Okay, well then you trace the people. You trace 2 people here.
Then when it's my turn, I can color them in.
I mean, you can color them in now.
Yeah, you can color in the people now.
Yeah.
You can't build the people because there's no people on the
Can't build
actual
people.
board.
Like, money, we should hang out.
You like money? We should hang out. For sure.
For your turn, as long as you use. Okay, yeah.
How many points are humans?
Alright, so whose was that? That was Chad's.
Chad's turn.
Okay.
So
Now
it's
yours.
Dad's.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Ryan's in chat says, "Hey, little meatball."
Hi, Ryan.
no, I meant like there's no people on the board itself that you have to place a token for.
That'd be cool.
It's not something you have to.
You back from
You know.
vacation yet, Ryan? Alright,
Okay.
So Dad gets these.
Oh, I know what I'm picking.
So another thing is if you don't have any spaces for the icon that you want, you can't choose it, or you pretty much lose it.
Okay.
No, I'm doing Mom.
So
I'm
if
getting a
you
piece of wood.
like, for me
Stuck
right
to that
now,
wall.
You can't build. It's not your
I
turn.
know.
You're not listening. So put this on the wood marker. So this goes down until you roll the die.
so as it is right now,
We
I'm-
did it wrong the first time.
I'm filling in my own coin, my last coin spot. So if I roll another coin spot, I cannot use it. However, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna use, so it is the end of my turn, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this resource right here to build a wall, 2 people, and a flag. So hand me
And
whatever
the
color
flag?
you want.
Ryan says,
Oh.
"I back up Tuesday evening, but Brandon's pretty much on permanent vacation."
Okay, so go ahead and build this wall
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
on this side.
Bacon.
Traveler says no. One resource is just a flag.
Jesus.
To build the wall and add 2 people.
Oh, that's the whole column. All right, that's fine. I
Oh.
can
Bye-bye.
just give me another color. I can use orange later.
So we'll just put it up. Okay. Here's a red. Or burgundy. Got
Okay.
it? Thank you. I'm gonna put that there.
So that's
here's
just the
which
one
he
flag.
does this time.
I don't understand how I can grasp the rules for Arkham Horror, but this game has escaped me.
Yeah, he's gonna be throwing off the entire string.
Yeah, like I am just not with
So it's
it
my
right now.
turn after his?
Yes.
All
you
right,
go ahead
so
and roll.
let me put a number 1 here, just so I remember it's at number 1.
Oh, 2 coins.
Wow.
Up, Dad.
Oh well, I
You
can
get to
still
do
use it.
both.
Sorry, Sad.
I can still
You
use
can
it.
do both.
Boop.
I can still use a coin because I used mine earlier.
Boop. Oh, yeah, Dad could. Maybe.
This game is much better than Feast for Odin. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Damn, Dad likes. Let me do that. Alright. Werewolf.
Yep.
Oh, wait, can you build anything?
Yes.
You can build a flag now if you want to.
I want a blue flag.
Yeah.
Give me
What color would you
purple.
like?
That same purple.
Well, I don't know which one it was, sweetheart. You put it in the box. Here.
You have the right one, I believe.
Still need someone to teach me that. I'm sure Drew would teach you if you wanted to know.
Okay,
Yeah,
pen.
for the most part, I know how to play it.
Reading?
Pen.
The iconography in the game is pretty easy. Like I said, there's just a lot going on. There's so much stuff happening in that game. The thing is, though, is once you learn it and once you start going, you're like, oh, okay, I get it. And everything just sort of melds together.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you get to pick one of those two.
Okay, I'm picking mystery. So I'm gonna put that mystery
Maybe so,
right
but-
here.
But it's still a good game. Okay.
I'm doing that.
I'm
No,
going
you're
to.
not. On your turn, you will.
I'm going to take the question mark, which is a wild. Cool.
I knew you were
I'm
gonna
building
take that.
because it's my turn.
Building what?
I'm gonna build.
The 5-point pillar.
Yeah.
You can actually build a
And
5-point and a
the
2-point.
Oh.
I'm just gonna put a 5 here and a 2.
Wait,
here.
you're not calling them in?
I'm making the game go faster.
Mm.
So now you can roll for chat.
Here, my fellow friends. Wait, that was the same roll from last time.
Well, sometimes that happens.
2 people and
Well,
coinage.
I'm thinking
so
of 2 people.
Or did you cover a rock and a food? You rolled a wood.
Yep, I'm getting the
Or
2
did
people.
you just cover a rock and a food? You rolled a wood and a question mark. Yeah, I covered the wood and then the question mark I used for food.
I did my 2 meatballs.
Hey, baby. Let me finish tracing. Pay attention to chat.
finish the tracing.
Yep, I did my 2 meatballs.
So this is what we got this time.
Hey, Dad, can I roll for you and give you up?
Yeah, no, it's fine. There's a lot going on. What do I want to take this time? Do I want people?
Get
I
some
don't have
meatballs.
any people.
And you hand me like just a random color. I'm just gonna color in a few the 2 people because I can't choose the coinage.
I'm just doing gray for all of them.
That's okay. Well,
Like for the 0, I'm doing gray.
are you gonna do all different colors?
For
How is
2,
that?
I will do green. For 5, I'll do dark green, green, blue, light blue, red.
That sounds great. I like it.
So I've seen some pretty impressive pictures from this game.
Mine's
Um,
not gonna be one of them.
No, today is not going to be one of them. But I have seen some pretty awesome pictures that have come from
Yeah.
this game.
I like it.
You like it?
Good job.
Perfect.
Alright, that's all.
Okay, what I need is a turkey or a question mark.
A turkey.
Yeah,
Max, you only get coins.
yeah. I need a turkey or a question mark.
Well, you got a question mark.
Okay, question mark and
So
a
you
wood.
only
So
get 6 one of them.
I'm getting a question mark for the coin.
Good job.
So once it's my turn, I can build that and that.
That is correct. Good job. And if you
okay, here we
roll
go.
a meat, then you'll be able to do that and that.
All right, so
Imagine 2 question marks. I could do that and that.
I'm gonna go ahead and no, I'm not gonna get the flag.
You don't want flaggy?
No. What I'm gonna do is build a 5-point tower and a 2-point tower though.
Oh.
So I'm
I
gonna go
mean,
ahead.
couldn't you technically do the flag as well?
I do, but I kind of want the column.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You want the wall
So-
and 2 meeples?
So I'm gonna go ahead and use these.
I don't steal your gold. I've never played that with you, have I? You might be confusing me with Drew. I don't think I've played that with you.
You want to give me a whatever color you want me to use for my towers.
I want Dad to use what was that?
Right now I have teal and burgundy on my side
Burgundy?
here. Yeah, I kind
Castles
of
of
want to.
burgundy.
Yeah. All right, so this is blue,
Blue doesn't
bubbly blue.
Yep.
Bubbly blue.
Okay,
Bubbly.
I can deal with
First time
that.
I played it was with Laura and she was my... Did I really? Why don't I remember that game?
I'm gonna be able to build so much stuff.
I don't remember that game.
What is it?
The one that Time Roller's talking about in chat. Said one of his favorites is I'm really bad. It's been about a year, yeah. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so that is my 5-point tower.
Okay, so it's my turn.
Yep. Make sure Dad's done.
I mean, I gotta color in my
Mom.
2-point tower.
Look at my dice.
See that?
I got 2 people.
Yeah, definitely old age
Give
panic.
me gray and dark green.
What?
The gray's in the back.
Base green.
Dark green. Yep.
And gray?
Yep, and gray. That's not gray.
Oh, sorry. Grab the wrong one. You can't see.
It's in the back. It's right. I always come right there.
Oh, people! More people!
Yeah.
Right,
So I get
games
both of
obsessed in
those.
Skullduggery since then. She's mastered the game and forgot about it. Yeah,
Okay.
apparently.
Sorry.
Today is not my day.
Here's the gray.
I was off when I woke up this morning, so.
Here's the 4. See, I told you, like, since they're getting happier, so that makes me have 2 points if I complete that.
Okay, are you done with this?
I'll
Or do you
take the
want that
green.
one?
Let's just
Oh,
keep
you
them
take
out.
Okay.
Because I'm sort of going through different colors here.
I should. What's mommy doing? And I am gonna build the flag, this wall, this.
Alright, hang on.
Okay.
What are you gonna build?
Flag, wall, that.
You can't.
Yeah, I
No,
can.
because this is a column and not a row.
You
So
either
you
choose
can
pick.
build the flag and the column or just the wall. You have to choose.
Oh.
Yeah, you either have to choose columns or rows to build.
So which one do you want to do?
I'm doing
I
the
forgot to put your
wall.
stuff on the charger last. Yeah, the
Okay. Let me see the colors.
what color would you like?
Pink. Pink for my walls.
Cool.
How much is this one?
You gotta tell me. How much is it?
0.
What do you mean?
It has no point value, walls.
Yeah, walls don't have.
Okay, so that's good.
And then what else do you get to do?
Build a flag.
No.
Oh no, I get to do
You only
nothing
get
now.
to do the wall. Good job. Okay, you done with that? Or are you gonna keep it out?
I'll keep it out.
Cause I'm gonna paint the rest of my walls.
This is called
I believe it's bubble.
Rosa.
Rosa.
So,
Rosa.
is it my
Mom.
turn?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm the roll for dad.
No, I'm
Two.
not rolling for Dad. I'm
Okay.
rolling for himself.
Oh, more people.
More people in the
People
woods.
for what?
Okay.
Okay, I know I'm getting people. Hey, Dad, green.
Okay, more green people?
Yep.
You're doing all of them the same color? Every group
Yeah.
same color? Okay, well that's good.
There.
Okay.
Can I go to the bathroom quickly?
Yes, if you can get out.
Hey, Dad, you roll for chat.
Mommy will just take her time.
I just chose the wood resource.
Anthony. Because I shut it like normal. Go to the bathroom. It's amazing. Like, people live in this house for 2 months and they don't know what to do.
It's funny. He'll ask about the closed door in here, but in public he'll just walk right into a stall. Yeah,
I've never had him do that when he was younger. But he goes to the big boy bathrooms now. Alright, I'm gonna complete.
I've seen him.
thing now.
Back in Virginia, I've seen him walk into a stall, and I've seen the feet from the underneath.
That's weird.
But I mean, they lock it, so it's not like he can push it open and say, "Hey, what's up?"
Hey, what's happening?
Are we good for chat's roll now?
Yeah. I was just taking my time until he got back.
Okay. I'll go ahead and roll for them.
Hello. I'm back.
Good
So
now?
chat gets to get. I got it.
You know what I'm
Oh,
getting person.
some food and more people.
Dad, the green.
You're taking the people, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Gives me more points.
Well, I totally get it.
Who does?
I totally
It's a
get it.
push your luck.
I'm gonna take the food.
The meat, the fresh meat.
Food.
You could have put it right there and got a flag that cost 2 points.
I could have.
That's very true. But remember, that's his board and his
Yeah.
castle.
My castle.
Okay, that's all. So next time we get people, I'll be able to move on to normal green.
Oops. I'm all over the place today. Hey. Here.
Alright, so it's my go.
Yep. Please roll people.
Okay.
Oh.
Some rock and some wood.
Okay.
So I get both.
I get stone. I need meat
Mm,
for me to get a wall and 2 meeples. Meeple peoples.
Okay, so rock will go here. And
And-
wood, I mean,
Yeah,
I
it has
have
to
to
go there.
Did
do
you
that.
take any? What'd you take? Oh.
And I just need meat to get the wall and 2 people.
Yeah, that was really good. You got it.
Yeah, because I'll get
I'm
more
playing
people.
the real slow game here. I've only got 2 towers and 4 people
Hey,
and a flag.
Oh, babe.
Oh, it's mine?
Mhm.
Okay.
That just went.
Please give me people. Oh.
You get meat
Oh.
and a rock.
Yes. So I'll put that rock
Hmm.
there, that meat there. Let's build this.
Oh, that's exactly what you needed.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, take whatever color that's over here. I'm gonna safe bet and go for the
Here, Dad, give me like green.
the food.
I don't like green.
Like in.
I've only got 3 tokens left, so I'm gonna have to use something at the end of my turn.
Wait, does this consider as a whole wall?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's
Is
attached.
that a okay green?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
There. I need that paint. I didn't do my wall.
Okay, artist.
You gotta make sure you take your things off. You did a wall?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
the wall and the 2 people. That's what you said.
Mhm.
Yep.
You're the first one to do that. Good job.
I'm about
Are
to
you-
on my next turn.
Maybe.
Is it okay if we roll? Or do you want me to wait for you?
Wait for me. Because I'm an artist. Some reason, like, maybe tomorrow we can go to the dollar store and buy, like, a canvas and some paint. And I
Oh,
could
yeah?
paint a picture.
This would be good to use on a canvas. That would be pretty awesome to draw a castle and paint it on a canvas.
I can do that.
That would be probably
art.
a good 2-hour stream though.
Yeah. I mean, this one's probably gonna turn into a 2-hour though.
Maybe. Who knows?
Well, his first 30 minutes was us recorrecting the rules and chatty.
Well, you know,
You are sorry.
I'm not chatty.
Oh, that is.
Mommy doesn't feel good today. Mommy is not chatty today.
You like it?
I like it. High five.
Here, Dad.
I see why a lot of people want to go to your castle.
Yeah, because I'm rich.
You have to build before what? You have to build walls before you can build windows. Just found that out.
Well,
See, I thought that they were windows too, but in the book it calls them flags.
Yeah, there are flags in the book.
so are actually windows. Ooh. Spooky windows.
Yeah, but that's okay. You're fine. You did good.
Yeah, I've only built one,
Yeah, you both did.
but I'm about to build a wall
So,
on my
big
next
one?
turn, so.
alright.
Oh,
Money,
the-
Yeah, it's all you.
The wall and 2 meeples.
money or food?
Money or food.
Ooh. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Putting it on the food. And look, on my next turn I can get 3.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be
Your
crazy
flags are
movie.
floating midair.
Oh, you're gonna get.
Wow.
Dad's gonna get 2 walls
Magic,
and
yes.
1 person.
Well, right now they're being suspended by a pole in the ground, so they're just there for placement.
Okay.
So that way they know where to build this wall that we're about to build.
Okay, so I roll for the chat now.
Yeah, go ahead if you already took your resource.
Here, chat.
Did you choose from that last roll?
Yeah.
You pick something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pick that.
All right.
Wait, no, I picked that.
All right. No, that's fine.
But I rolled that.
So they get 2 people.
Oh, I'm getting the people.
They get
light
2
green.
people and a stone.
Yeah, stop interrupting.
Okay, so on my next turn, I'm only going to get to use one resource because I've only got one disc left.
Should they say play wall here? Sure.
That one has one disc left.
Yeah, my flag says play wall here. Okay, so go ahead and roll for me. Just make sure you get a good roll. Like, there you go.
A 2 me?
Well, that's a good roll for me.
Really?
You know why?
Why?
I've only got one disc. So there's only one choice for me, which is good.
I can make 2 things now. A window that costs 2 and 3
However, what I'm going to do...
No, you have to choose one.
To do 3 maples.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to build my columns here, which I have 3 columns to build.
I'm so happy for
So
people.
for one, I'm going to build this column. So that's a... where's the orange? Can I get the orange?
Yep, there's Dad's
So
orange.
that's one wall right there.
Complete the wall that was failed.
Complete the one wall that I started. And they're like, oh, wait, hold on.
The window for 2 costs a wood also.
Yeah, I'm not going for that. I'm just going for the walls right now. But I do see that. So if I wanted to build a flag or window for 2 points, I would have used the row instead of the column.
Hey, Mom. What did I say? I was going to make my meeples there.
I don't remember.
But yeah, there
So
is
gray,
one wall.
Green, dark green, like green. What would be another jolly color?
Whatever color you would like to.
I do that yellow.
Mini
I guess.
Grande thought he could build it.
Oh, yeah. To build the flag, you need this. Yeah, so let's go ahead and build this wall and 2 people.
Wait, did you already build a wall? You can't build 2 walls, right, Mom?
Why?
Yeah, I'm using my columns. I had this completed, I had this completed, and then I'm going to do this. So this one I get 2 people and a wall.
2 meeples?
When are you going to stream that game again, Panic? I know today at 6 you're going to do Unusual Suspects.
Oh, hi, Panic. I didn't see you in chat. I'm not even going for windows. I'm just going for people.
Oh, yeah?
For more points. I'm agreed.
I mean, you have got a lot of people.
Yeah,
It's
I'm about
a
to get
solid
to 10.
move.
I see that.
Can totally go for that.
I'm about to get to the 10-point start in the...
Alright, so I do get 2 people, so might as well get an orange guy going.
Orange.
And
A pink?
let's get a pink guy going.
Pink is everywhere.
Get a guy with pink.
Oh my gosh, the entire table is shaking.
Well, we're coloring.
No.
What do you expect to happen?
Shake
I roll.
the table at all.
And I'm gonna build
He's not
2
done.
more walls and 1 more person. So let's just get another blue guy.
A blue.
Panic says he's probably gonna play that game this weekend in Hi Little Meeple.
Which one? What game?
That one that we were watching yesterday. When he was beating up the big beast, the big tree beast.
Tree beasts.
No, you don't remember?
Which one was it called?
I don't remember. the
Kina
game.
and the-
Kina. It was something about spirits.
Oh wait, that's on PS4 for PlayStation Now.
No, was that?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, it's definitely not on PlayStation now.
Because it's a brand new game. I don't think it's on PlayStation now.
Not yet.
It
Yeah.
will be in 15 years when it's old.
15 years later, it's not on.
No.
1 second later, it's on.
You're funny.
Okay, so I've built all my walls. I don't get any bonuses for it.
But it's cool. You got
You guys can go ahead and roll.
my roll.
I've got a while.
People.
More people and food. Well, you get both, remember?
Yep. Oh, I can't even get the food.
No? Oh, you can't, can you?
Oh.
But I can build that.
Well, first you have to complete your turn.
Okay, so my light green.
Well, Dad's doing things right now.
Light green.
Yep. And that's
When do you
complete
guys
for
plan
5
to do
points.
watch along on Friday night? Ooh, what are you guys doing? Is it gonna be a horror movie or just? I need to set up Amazon Prime through Twitch. Can I set it to both of our Twitches, or is it gonna have to be on one or the other?
I don't know. I have it already set up
Oh,
on
I'm
mine
gonna do that.
No.
because
Well, I might not be able.
because
to.
I was watching
Give me yellow.
I'm not gonna give you anything. You can ask nicely.
Can I get yellow, please?
Okay, that's more like it.
because I was watching Matt from Silver Metal Tavern when he had his watch party.
Yeah, that's good.
So
Yellow.
okay, finally finished my walls. What do we got here? Food and people.
Because
I'll go ahead and take the food.
I just got 3 people. I'm just gonna keep this beside me.
You want to keep that one beside you? Okay.
I know I'm doing for that
I do
color.
that thing. Okay. My turn?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You good?
Mhm.
Yes, a horror movie. Probably Slither. Oh, cool. I've been watching horror movies, I don't know, like all week. Alright, so you can get a food or an anything.
The food's useless to me.
Food or an anything.
I can't do a good of food.
Okay,
So
what I'm gonna do is do this so I can build me a wall on my next turn.
Yeah?
Or I could do the meat. Or I can make. Wait, I'm not gonna do the wall. I'm just gonna put a piece of stone.
I'm gonna do an
So I can get
anything.
another thing of the
You're
tower.
talking over me, that's not very nice.
Oh, sorry.
You gotta wait until your turn to build, right?
Yep.
Alright, so I can't do the food, and I use the question mark to do anything, so I did the wood. So I have this and this I'm gonna do. So I get a 2-point window, a 2-point column.
Could you do the wall if you really want to?
Yeah, but then I would only get
Or
to
you could
one
do that.
wall. Yeah. But I'm gonna do the 2 and the 2.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Yeah? You're right.
I hope I
So,
get wood next time.
2 and 2.
But if it's meatballs,
Alright, you can roll for chat.
here you go.
Question mark, which is a wild, and
Oh,
a
you know what I'm doing.
stone.
I'm using that question mark for the wood. So next turn, guess what?
What?
I can build another layer of the tower.
Oh, this was not the purple I used last time, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the purple you're looking for.
But see, so I'll get 2 other points when I build that.
So
I'm just gonna make all my stuff different colors, I guess, because I was
Rainbow?
doing that. Well, I was trying to do everything the same color, but I messed
I'm just
that
gonna
up.
use my question mark to do this. I don't need any more walls. So
That's a
My-
pillar.
yeah, I know. I don't need any more walls. I have completed all my walls.
I'm jolly.
You're what?
I'm jolly.
You're jolly?
I'm happy.
What are you happy about? So
Cause,
maybe it's cool?
You wanna know?
We can talk about it afterwards.
So that was your roll, right?
That was chat.
That was chat's roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your turn now. So you can roll.
Slither was a good movie. We watched Spiral the other day.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was no Saw, but
Yeah. I mean, it was okay.
I
mean, it was definitely a Saw movie.
yeah, it
But they're trying to drag out the series too much. And as much as I like the Saw
Yeah.
series, I wasn't impressed by it.
they pretty much did the same story, just at a different angle. There's a rule about row and columns on the same turn. As long as a row and column don't cross, you can do both in the same turn. Oh, really? Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you've got a really good game here.
Love you.
And okay,
Wow.
that missed completely.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
Money and a rock.
Thank you so much.
Mm,
I want money so bad because look what I can do. I can get 1 meeple and 2 walls.
well, I mean, I guess I can do this.
Do I want points or finish and a meeple? That will give me more.
Yeah,
consent.
I get it. So, like, if I complete this here and this here, I can do both as long as they're not
I can
crossing.
do
Which
2 things, but
I understand. Like, you can't do.
Can't.
Huh?
Can't. He has a typo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I had this here, boop, on the end of my turn, I can complete this and this. I can't do this and this because it's all connected.
Yep. That's why I'm having a hard decision to
But
do
the way
something
the
for
way the
points,
rules
but something for more points.
the way the rules were saying is that you have to choose
going
one.
Now finish my walls.
But
The what?
It'll finish my walls because it gives me 2.
Because it gives you 2.
I barely didn't aim my windows.
Yeah. I like 'em.
What?
I said I like them.
I haven't
But yeah.
done a single pillar.
You have to choose. Yeah.
so that was the end of my turn. I believe I'm gonna be in that situation where I'm going to take the column, the tower, the 5-point tower.
You're taking the row.
I just rolled.
Yeah, I'm taking the row here. I can also take the flag here, but I'm not going to. You know what? I will.
No.
Yeah, I will, because I don't need any more walls. So I'm going to take that 1-point flag and the tower. So my 5-point tower is going to be blue.
Mm-hmm. It's spooky. It's spooky.
So I'm keeping the colors with my point values here, so that way I don't have to look to see what I've got. So I'm also going to do a flag. So that's going to be a burgundy flag, which is going to put over here.
Look what Mom's making. She just made a flower with me in hers.
Cool. So there's my burgundy flag or window or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Was that your roll? No. Whose roll was that?
Mine, but I have to roll it.
I didn't see him roll.
Did you already roll the die?
I was like,
I think I wasn't paying attention when you were talking.
okay, so
That's fine.
I can use both.
Yep, you get to use both.
Boop. And boop. Can I build that and that or no?
Which ones? Can you build this and this?
Or that?
Yeah, you can build the flag and this here.
Or that. But I'm not going to do that.
Or that, yeah.
Because that one gives me a person.
And two walls.
which
Yeah.
are complete. So you want to do this, right?
Yep.
Alright.
Pink. My popcorn pink.
Popcorn pink?
Hmm?
Is that what it was called?
Yep. Popcorn.
I guess I'll go ahead and go for another 5-point wall.
Is it your
tower.
turn?
Well, on my turn, I'm gonna get to draw.
Yes.
But
I love this game. It's so
like it?
fun. Maybe can we do another round and do it on the back?
Maybe off stream.
Okay. Because I really want to try it.
Once we get the rules down really well, maybe you can teach one of your friends or something.
Oh yeah. Maybe they could come over here and I could teach them.
Possibilities.
Possibilities are
so
always
when you're
possibilities.
playing like in a group here, whenever you do color in a dungeon, you draw a card, and that'll be your point value.
Yeah.
But for this, we just have it, in ascending order.
Bubblegum pink.
Okay, so you built your your 2 walls
my meeple.
and your person, and now you're gonna do.
This one?
Yep.
You're gonna take the
I
2-point
need
flag.
a purple.
I don't have purple.
Yeah, that one. Hey, get that other purple. Cause I'm gonna do a pattern. Dun 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 dun.
This one?
Yeah. Wait, let me see.
And that'll be a 2-point
Yep.
flag.
Oh, 2
Make
points.
sure you put a 2 in it. Is this the dark one?
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah, you can see it.
That's
All
a
good.
6.
Looks nothing like a 6. That would be backwards if it was a 6.
Here, then.
All right.
Alright, ready for me to roll?
Yep. Thank you, Mom.
People, if you...
Here, Mom. And
That's
here, Dad.
bad.
Wait, colors?
Alright, can I take my turn?
Yes.
You've got half the box over there. You can choose one of those.
Yeah, I'm gonna just move these over here. Wait, what are you coloring in?
As people, as
Okay.
people.
Yeah, go ahead.
And the last one's gonna be red. Cause red's cool.
Kind of don't want any of those.
You have to take one.
I know.
Get people, cause it would start getting you a 2 streak.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
And I'm at a 15 streak.
Hello, Legends. How are you?
Hello.
Alright, I'm building.
yeah.
So I need that dark purple that you took from me.
Yeah, it's the dark.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and grab 2 people's. Get 1 yellow guy.
Hey, Dad. If the chat gets 2 people, I don't have to get any more people anymore. Cause I'll be at the max.
Oh, you have all the people in your castle?
Yep, almost.
Oh,
But yeah, 20 will be red.
good.
Let me
Hey,
see.
Phantom again.
Wait, Phantom's back? I thought he was staying. Yeah, this is the round to use. So,
I like that one.
behold.
Okay. It's in the thing. This chat's real
Here, chat. Okay.
cool. And what?
That's a...
Well, you've got all the people in your pink castle.
But yeah. So, no more people for me.
I've just been here working and working. Here's start with a girlfriend because she's smart. Here's a calls me. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that, Legends.
Why does she have to go back? Just tell her to stay.
I have lives in other places.
I know, but I mean Hawaii. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but I'm sure she's waiting to move.
All right, so let me see. I need.
She's been there a while, hasn't she, Legends? I know that you had talked to us before about she's moving there.
All right. Why this book keeps sticking to me? Right, here we
Because
go.
it likes you.
He likes you.
Please get me a coin.
What? Whoa.
You can show all that.
Dude, that's awesome. That's so awesome.
You know what I'm doing next turn, do you?
So,
Yes. September 10th to the 20th. Yeah, that's a great time that she got to spend with you.
I'm gonna go ahead and just do this. And I'm gonna choose to build my last tower.
Oh, you're building your last tower? I don't even have any towers built.
You better get to it. Your castle's not gonna stand up with no towers.
I can.
It
Where
can't.
did you take? Is this the blue that I've been using?
Maybe. Yep, that is. That's the only blue that I have.
Okay.
No, I'm pretty sure there's other blues in there, baby.
So yeah, I am building my last 5-point tower.
Yay! So I have to start trying to find those items to start getting me some towers.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do that when it's my
Gotta
turn.
go back to work. So you can afford all the Gen Con releases. Yeah.
I know what the top tier is gonna be. Red.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because it's getting difficult. I don't know why I'm even bothering just making the tower, because it only gives you just a few points. But
I mean, it's fun.
I have a lot of points right there.
You do?
Okay.
Plus that, plus that. So 22.
So I have another question. What was the sun and the cloud again? One of them was for the dungeon.
Yeah, that was
And
the
one of them
sun.
was for what?
The cloud, I believe, is
Walls and
the
pillars?
first one to build all 12.
Okay. I mean, wouldn't that end the game? Well, I mean, no, not necessarily.
It's my turn.
Yeah, the sun is the dungeons. The first one to build all the dungeons
Which would be me.
Listen.
Okay.
gets the sun bonus.
Oh, 2 ham.
The first one to build all 12 castle pieces, yes, will end the game.
Good job.
Okay, so I'm the build these two.
You're gonna wait. Dad, did you hear what Dad said? What's this for?
That.
Building all of that?
Mhm.
What's this for?
Getting all 12 stuff.
Okay. Just making sure you're paying attention.
So I get to choose between food and food, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Jinx.
Do I have to pick one?
Dangerous turn.
Can I not choose to get one?
I don't know why you would.
Because I don't need any of the pieces
Take off these.
that are.
You see the colors
The
starting.
food you don't need any of the pieces for? You
I
have
mean,
all
I
of
could-
your people?
I could no, but I
I
can
do.
technically use it for the food, but I don't. Yeah, I'll do it.
I have.
Little Grande can't do the flag. What'd you do? When did you do it? Yeah, hang on a sec. Did you do a flag?
No.
Little Grande can't do the flag. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention again. You didn't do a flag this time, right?
No. I only have 3. I just built another floor of the dungeon.
So you had these two?
You had these two?
Yep.
Okay. He said he was gonna. Oh no. Yeah, you're not gonna do a flag. Oh, you were gonna do this one here? Maybe?
I was gonna do that one.
Yeah, you're gonna need
Yeah,
a piece of wood
but
for that too.
Yeah. I just
You're really
working
close
on
to it.
So that tower, that dungeon you just built, is 2 points.
You gotta make sure you put your numbers
Each
down.
of these refers to the level of the dungeon.
In a normal game, you would draw and you would see how much it's
Yeah.
worth. Because it won't always be
So
1,
it's
2, 3,
Marla's
4.
turn.
Did you hear what I said? Okay. Just making sure. You rolled 2 food? Yes, he had the dungeon stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. Wood and money. Alright, that's disruptive.
I'm
You're
definitely
sitting
gonna-
right here by the mic.
Definitely gonna take the wood.
Same. Oh, look what that can do. He can make his first thing of the
Money
dungeon.
and wood. So I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. So I get 2 walls and a person.
2 walls and a visitor. Yeah, there goes.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Then you should have stopped it with your mind.
Mind powers.
The mine. We just have to mine up there.
We absolutely do, because I love the game.
I haven't played it.
So this game does have a different variant for advanced gaming. It's the Great Architect version, and some of the cards that you draw have powers that activate with the lightning bolt.
Yeah.
So that's for something when you've gotten used to this. and want something a little bit extra.
Suicide is a cool variant. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it
No
too.
fancy dance here, Mr. Panic. That's on your channel. You did that the other night.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just gonna pop it in there. Cause I had 20K and that's the only thing I can think of to use it for, so.
Well, there's a lot of different things he has.
I know, but when you've got 20,000 channel points, that's what you're gonna use it on.
Something was just happening on the screen.
It's Misty Dance. You want Misty Dance for me today? You get a meeple dance. Okay. That was my roll. You can roll for Chatty.
I don't even think that was a roll.
You and your mom have the same type of roles. You know that?
No.
Yep.
You guys are
No.
the roles that you guys do are what I call the lazy roll.
What are you gonna take?
You basically pick the dice up and just drop it. I like to move them around quite a bit and then toss them in.
Timer, there's no entry. He took off the dog treat, but he didn't take off the entry thing.
Well, I didn't think anyone was going to go ahead and... He's probably got 80 million points to use anyway.
This is true.
I know what I'm doing for my next turn.
Alright, well, let's everybody take our turn now.
I know.
Might as well. Let's just go for... Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Take
Yep.
it away.
That would make sense.
Okay. I've got 23.5 entries. Don't tell me. Just spam the chat. We'll send you something. Maybe a child.
Send a
About
child.
14-year-old tall blonde boy.
Oh.
There we go. I get 2 peoples
And
and
a rim.
and a whatever.
And I know what I'm doing.
Huh.
Ooh.
Sweet. I'm in-house player 3. Yeah. My daughter shakes the dice like she is trying to shake. You players send away. I'll spam that for points. Aw.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, Drew's gonna auction off me and Kennedy because Kennedy's been having accidents.
So do we want to talk about that? Or because I don't know if anyone else has issues with that.
Our
but-
dog gets super excited and he will go to the bathroom
Yeah.
if he gets too excited. Even if he's just gone. So that's why he is not in here. He's in a separate room right now. And yes, all dogs have accidents.
No.
Your opening bid is 10K for what? The dog and me? That's a lot of points.
No, I get that. Every dog has accents. That's fine. If there's a dog with anxiety issues,
You gonna
I
send me off?
completely
How many
understand
points
that.
am I worth?
I think mom is worth 500.
500? Well, I guess I'm not worth that much, Panic. You're overbidding by a lot. You're gonna get rid of me for that
Overbid.
much?
Yeah, I'll just take over your board.
Oh my goodness. Happens to me all the time. Yeah. Do you have accidents, Time Roller?
Okay,
Or
so
your cats?
I've got a lot
I
to
read that
do
wrong.
here.
Sold for sold.
First off, I'm going to build my dungeon.
Look, you just sold me for 500 points. There I am
And
doing
then-
Misty dancing.
Um,
You know how far away Phantom lives? It's not next door. I would be gone for a long time.
How long? Like, is he
He
across
lives
the world?
all the way across the United States.
Does he live in another state?
Yeah, all the way on the West Coast.
How long will it take to get there?
Well, if I walked a very long time.
You'll probably be dead. Yeah.
It would take a few hours in a plane ride.
How many for car?
A few days.
yeah,
Days?
Yeah.
it'll take. If you keep going, you can probably make it there within a day and a half.
But
I
somebody
would
has
say.
to sleep eventually.
That won't sleep. He has coffee.
And it'll take more. He's like, I spent him, get over here. By the way, he doesn't really celebrate, but today is Phantom's birthday.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I told him happy birthday this morning. He doesn't celebrate, so.
I don't celebrate much either.
I told
Well,
him you
happy
don't celebrate.
birthday.
But
Yeah.
I thought it would be nice to say that it's his birthday so everybody else can say it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and build this window
Since you sold
for
me
one.
for 500 points. Phantom Meeple, we are like Misty's kids. She can call us each by each other's names. This is true. Panic. Yeah. Oh gosh, what did I call you guys the other day? You said it is true. I'm not a fan of my birthday, but thank you.
I'm gonna go ahead and build
That's
this.
what I'm for.
No, because you're a sweetie butt.
What color should I use
Are
for
you
I
the
think I
still
called you
flag?
Phantom
covering?
the other day.
Huh?
Are you still calling?
Yeah.
Oh. What's
Happy
that?
birthday times at Panic. Did I really say Panic again and not Phantom? Oh, I told you, today's not a good day.
What was that thing?
It's not Panic's birthday, it's Phantom's.
No, Panics.
Okay.
I said Phantom, right?
No, you said Panic.
No.
Yeah, you did.
Did I really?
Yep. You said.
I'm losing my mind. We're spitting image of each other after all. I'm telling you guys, I almost didn't stream today. And then that was even before the dog had an accident before stream.
So
It's that time of year for me. So if you were here last year when we started streaming, it's already that time of year for me where I'm sick of everything at the drop of a hat.
Yep.
Yep.
It's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, mysterious.
Panic, give that cake back. Pass it over to Phantom. I could have swore you said Phantom.
Yeah, I said Phantom, but you said Time Roller. Or someone.
No, you said I said Panic.
Yeah, you said
but
you're
you said
Panic.
Happy Birthday Phantom. So obviously I said it's Phantom's birthday. Because you said it correctly. Alright, what'd you roll?
Wood
Wood
and
and
mysterious.
I'm rolling with a cupcake.
Double with a cupcake. Oops, I'm dropping things apparently.
Okay, so I'm gonna build two things. Can I build a dungeon floor in that?
Yeah.
Okay. So give me yellow. Oh,
Can I have please?
never mind.
Wait, he can get it all himself. It's all right here.
Yeah, you can, Mom. Bye.
No?
You're off the channel.
Are we still on your roll?
Yes.
Okay. I was just wondering.
I just rolled.
Yeah, he just rolled.
I asked,
Okay.
was this my turn? And you said yes. Roll.
Because I decided to take the question mark, the
What
wild.
did you get?
Oh.
Oh, you're getting meeples?
Yeah, I was just making sure.
So take these off.
Hang on. Put them back on really fast. Just 1 second.
Boop.
Time Roller says you can build a pillar as well. You can build 3 things. You can build the flag,
Uh-huh.
the pillar,
Oh, my first pillar.
and the dungeon.
Yeah, so
Oh.
this, and that.
Okay, so remove those. Let's.
If you want to, but,
I will.
which I think you probably should, since you're close to ending the game.
I am.
Yeah.
You are, yes. With the 20 points worth of visitors
Meeples?
there.
Did I take one of these?
And that worth 2
Hey,
points.
I'm baking. Hey, Sam. How are you?
Sam, what's up,
Hello.
man?
Alright, make sure you're doing your thing. Make sure you're putting your points down.
Playing a
7
little
points.
game that the
2.
your kiddos might enjoy if they like
Well-
coloring.
3,
This is a roll and
right?
a roll and color game.
So a pillar.
Basically,
that equals
you're
2.
making a castle for visitors to come hang out. There is a side that's already filled in with the dotted line. And then you've got the side for the more creative folk
Like
that's
me.
completely blank. You could draw your own castle, do whatever. Your people are down here. So it's pretty neat. The rules, however, need some work.
Yes.
How much is that one?
2.
So if your kiddos don't like games, or if they have not gotten into gaming and love coloring, this could be something that they might be into.
Yeah, that's my first pillar. So I chose.
And if anything, you don't even have to play for points, honestly.
Yeah, you just play for fun. That's what coloring's for.
That's true.
Okay, I'm gonna take that question mark.
Yeah, I'm taking the meat, not the question mark.
The kids love both. Well, there you go. This game is called Once Upon a Castle. We got it at our game store. It was like, what, $20?
Did not get it at our game store.
Huh?
We did not get it at our game store.
At the game store here?
Yeah, we did not get this.
Where did we get it?
We got it at the Bargain Hunt place.
The Bargain Hunt? Oh. I mean, I'm sure you can find it at the game store. It's by Blue Orange Games.
Yeah.
But we did get it at Bargain
Which
Hunt.
they have good games.
Draylen's in chat. He says, "Hey, I know that dude. It's Dre."
Hi.
Alright, that was my role. I'm going to build
Everything.
things. I'm going to build. Oh,
You want the peoples?
yeah. I'm going to build 3 people apparently.
You're gonna entice 3 people.
I'm going to build people, and I'm going to build a window.
We're gonna build more Stardust.
Yeah.
That's what people are made of.
You're exactly right. Alright, I'm building 3 people and a window.
Oh, and no.
I'm trying to make my dungeons
Window
before this one gets to finish it, but it seems like he's gonna be able to get to do it.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
just
finish
waved at
it.
my screen like you could see me. Draylen's a doofus. Right?
Yep.
We know that.
Well, we automatically assume when you say hi or anyone says hi, they wave to the screen.
Yeah.
So
I wanna go.
it's not really that doofusy, really.
You want to go over to Draylen's house? Well, maybe when they're not busy, we can go and do stuff.
We can go in the pool.
Trying and I'm typing it off. You're fine. And then I've got to do my window. We'll show my window. Yeah, I'll do this one.
Yeah, do the.
Oh, actually, let's color my wall.
That's the demon red.
That's a demon red.
Yeah, that's the
This?
top. Yeah, that's a demon. Oh wait, no, that's not the demon red. The back one, the last one's the demon red. I'm picking.
earlier. Not my laptop off the stand. Aww.
Yeah, see what I mean? See what I mean?
That's what you do. There we go. Sorry, it took me forever.
So
Alright,
it's
roll for
on
chat,
roller.
baby.
Roll for the chat.
Give me coin. I didn't get my coin.
You did not. You got wood.
Eh?
Wood and food for coin.
Wood would be useful.
For chat. We're gonna get just one.
I pick wood for the last
I
tower.
don't like any of these, to be honest.
You have to take one.
I know. It's okay.
In my candy.
You're my butt.
Yeah, I really can't use any of that, but
Yeah, you said that.
I will take the food because it may give me another 2-point flag.
But yeah, I think I already won this game.
That's what I'm gonna see too. Draylen, 13, me equals that dude. Well, yeah, Sam's very cool too. I'm not coffee. I cannot caffeinate. I'm empty. Stop.
I'm going to
You're not gonna grab my coffee.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, we good?
You're actually beating me,
Okay.
Mom.
I'm gonna roll.
What?
I don't have many people in my castle,
6.
so I'm kind of building
7.
without having any accidents. You know, no lawsuits, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That was
cool.
the same rule for chat.
So I'm gonna get the wood here and
Oh, the wood.
the meat, their food I will put here. So with
Good job,
that,
Mom.
I'm gonna go ahead and build my dungeon. So that's another one. I shall use a different color dungeon. So I'll use
Me,
green.
that dude.
Use dark green.
That dude. You're that dude.
Yes, I am.
Use that green.
Boop, boop, boop. You want me to roll?
You gotta wait. Gotta make sure he does all this stuff first.
I like my mustache.
So silly.
So that's my one dungeon there,
Oh.
which is worth 2 points because of this.
Yeah, there's our
And
candy.
let's go ahead and build another 2-point flag, which is my yellows.
Your beautiful yellow.
My pretty yellow. Yeah, it's a great looking yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm color coding it because it's easier for me to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Since there's only 2 different types of flags. There's 2-point flags and 1-point flags. So 2 different colors.
You can build
Easy
something
enough.
else, you see.
I can, but I don't need a tower.
Yeah, because you're done with all of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so my roll.
There's your roll.
Please get a coin. Okay, I beg for a coin,
Seems
but
like
I
different
don't
dude,
get
but I'm
it.
sure. I'm not sure we've met.
The people's
Yeah, by
useless,
the
so
way,
I need wood.
Sam, if you do not follow Dreelin13, he does a lot of cool stuff on his channel.
He does a lot of retro video gaming.
Yep,
He
he
does
does.
some D&D stuff too, so.
Yeah, he was last seen playing Scott Pilgrim with me, actually. We beat the final boss Tuesday.
Actually, I have that game on the old PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do?
I knew that you had the old one. This is like the remastered or whatever.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's you. That is you, Dre. So, we beat the final boss by Dre getting knocked out, and I picked up his body and threw it into the dude's heart, and it killed him. So that was pretty cool. So I'm gonna clip somewhere on his channel. That's off for now. Oh yeah, Panic's gonna go and do stuff at
Bye,
6.
Panic.
Alright, do I want people?
See you later.
What do you think? You think I should take people or wood? I think people.
Wood.
Right?
No,
No,
wood.
take people.
So, do we have to fill up the visitors to get the full points, or
Yes,
is it just,
I believe that's how it goes.
how far you get?
No, it's the full thing.
Yeah, so... Oh, so Mom isn't beating me.
If you start filling in people to get those points, you need to have all the people in that thing.
Yep. And I was a little too
What did we
greedy.
play before Scott Pilgrim? Because I can't remember. Oh, we started Secret of Mana.
What's that? Is that
It's an
fun?
old school game. I don't know what we're gonna do next. We're gonna do something horror related. Each visitor in that area is worth those points.
Wait,
So,
what?
is it really 2 points per visitor in that area? I don't.
If it's like that, I'm so... You guys are so
First
down.
7 are worth 1 point each. There's a 0.
There's
here.
a 0 here.
So...
Hang on.
Yeah, see, I have a huge issue with this rule book now.
Yeah, we're never gonna play this game again. It's gonna go and be donated because I hate the rule book and I don't know the rules.
Okay,
I still
my
don't
roll?
know the rules to this game.
Is it my roll?
The rule book is really bad.
Wait,
Like, horribly written.
I just grabbed people, so I know it wasn't my turn.
it was mine. Well,
Then you rolled that.
yeah. Oh wait, yeah, I did. I remember.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because he took the wood and he couldn't take the people because it is already filled.
Yeah.
Alright, so, and
I
I
didn't
took the
want
people,
it.
so now it's my turn to roll. Alright,
Did you?
meat and thing.
Thank you, Mom.
Meat and stone.
I will get the last thing of the tower.
Trial by stone.
Bow back down.
Trial by
Where's that
stone.
from?
You know what that's from. Thank you for the follow. I thought you followed us, guys.
Yay!
And did you know that the Panic Game is an amazing dancer? He
Yes.
totally is.
Wait,
You
he
know what?
is?
Yeah. How is that not already following? Exactly. I don't know.
It's okay. It happens. It happens. It
Nope,
happens.
unforgivable. I'm kidding. Actually, I'm gonna do that. Or
Is this something you can
actually, I'm gonna
do?
that one 'cause I want that one. I want this one.
It just says score for the group of the last resident drawn. So I'm assuming that's just 2 points. That's what I'm assuming. Just based on what it says on there.
Sai hangs head. and
You're
shame.
good.
Okay,
Alright,
chat.
that is is not chat's turn. It is my turn to build. You wait your turn.
She is building.
Mean chat.
No, I am building. That was my role. I'm going to build a 2-point window, because that's what I'm going to call it, and a tower piece.
So,
Dungeon.
No.
Dungeon?
Tower.
when it's my turn, I can build the last dungeon thing to get the sun.
Yes, and that will end the
world.
That will not end the game immediately, but that will end anyone else from getting the sun.
Yep.
The first person to get the sun.
Why do I have all, like, no colors over here? Because you guys stole them all.
Look, they're in between us. So
No.
you can't say.
It's not.
You can't say.
And that's worth 2 points. And I did that one. Alright, now this chat's roll.
Here, chat.
According to the rule, you only get the points below the last person drawn.
Does that count as a people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of like how they do it in Welcome to.
Yeah, whatever is behind it. Yeah. Why do you have a cry face, Draylen? Why is Leo crying? Don't make me sad.
Alright, so you good now?
This is chat's rule.
Yeah, this is chatty.
Oh.
And I can build two things.
Yeah, I feel like getting people is essential at this point. So
Yeah,
I am
you guys
also
want people back.
gonna take the people dice.
The people dice.
The people
The
dice.
meeple dice.
Leo was sad for Shampoo sad. Oh, no, don't be sad, Leo. No, not the sad noise.
Yeah, don't make those noises, because then all the dogs that are listening are
Yeah,
gonna.
you're gonna make Leo sad.
gonna go
Leo
off.
listens. He listens to the stream.
What?
All the dogs are gonna hear, and then that's it.
Look at all Time Roller's dogs and animals. See how
That's all of Time Roller?
No.
Time,
They're the chat emo thing.
Time Roller has trained all his cats to put away his games.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they put them in the baggies.
Yeah.
They put the games away in the box, and then they, together with teamwork, they put the game in the spot that it was in last.
They have to climb to the tippity top of Time Roller's time capsule and put his games up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Leo's crying.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll roll.
So the cats actually.
No. God's our 10-year-old is a sucker. Just
I
like his
can't-
mother.
I couldn't.
There's Draylen,
I couldn't help
and
it.
There's Ryan's, and there's Jen's, and there's.
All right, here we go.
I was-
Food and wood.
I was looking for
That's for me.
This is Dad's role.
Food and wood. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so here's what I'm gonna build. I'm gonna build my dungeon. This is gonna be my third dungeon. I'm gonna color it orange.
You should color it yellow for like a low dangerous. And
Draylen's laughing at you because you believe that Time Roller's kitty cats.
Very
put up
lame.
games.
imagine we train Kay to do
Hey,
that.
you know what? I was pretty
You were trying to be convincing?
convincing.
I ain't know Time Roller's cats actually used to do that.
No. You've seen Time Roller's kitties.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you've watched Time Roller many times and seen the kitties on the table.
Yeah, wait, he jumped on the table and messed up the board game.
Yeah.
That's the only time I saw his cat.
Right, all the time.
And I'm gonna draw a 2-point flag. Sorry if I scared anybody.
A little.
And those are the yellow flags, so let's go ahead and do that.
Meow.
No kitty meows either.
Kitty cat meow. Remember?
I do.
Ting, ting, ting,
Okay.
chomp.
Yes.
Alright, it is your roll.
You bird?
Yeah.
Ooh.
2 question marks.
Nice.
I only have 2 more tokens.
Uh-oh.
Well, you can choose anything now.
Huh?
If I could make a suggestion, that you take the one you put off first from that flag
That
area
one?
and put it right here. So you can build a 5-point.
But
Tower.
that would be useless.
No.
No,
because
no.
You can build the 5
Oh,
point.
but are you? Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, I'm gonna build that, and that.
Good job.
And that.
You can do that.
Okay, Dad.
You can do all three. That's why I said to do it that way. You can literally build everything you have on your board.
Really?
So start here and
is
take
this
the
the
pieces off.
Wait. No.
Yeah. And
How
make
many
sure-
window?
That's,
That costs 2 points.
that's a 2.
2-point window. Nice.
Okay.
My peas.
And what color are my pillars?
You can make them whatever color you want.
Well, those are your last pillar. You said you were going to do red for the top. I do remember that.
I have the most rainbowiest castle of them all.
Hey,
You did
mine's
this one?
rainbow.
Whoops. I didn't mean to move your board. Sorry. Sorry.
You moved my book.
Make sure you put a 2 there. Can you see that?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright. Now what are you doing?
Another pillar.
That one's going to be the 5.
Yep.
5-pointer. Make sure you write the 5 in there.
Oh,
He colors it first and then he does it.
yeah, I'm a great artist.
That's fine.
Make it
how
dark.
many?
5. Good job. And then
The
And
last
your
dungeon.
last dungeon. What color are you gonna make it? Burgundy?
Red.
I pushed your piece off.
Wow.
Okay, so, sir.
See, it's red.
You have gotten.
The
Not only have you
sun.
gotten the 4th level of the dungeon complete,
Yep.
you also get to color in the sun, which none of us.
I know. Wait, don't you dare color my son.
I was putting the 4 there.
You don't have to.
That's okay.
It's all
I know.
here.
Blood red sign.
He's been doing it that way.
You making a red sun?
Yes.
Okay.
The god of dungeons.
I mean, if that's what you want to do.
He doesn't like a red sun.
I mean, honestly, the sunlight is all colors.
Do you know the sun actually has red, orange, and it's actually not yellow?
Yeah.
No, light is made up of a whole
Colors.
spectrum of colors.
I like it. You finished the tower first. Good job.
Awesome.
Okay, extra
My roll?
point.
Now, you only need...
My
There.
roll.
I gave you a chicken
No.
leg and
No.
I gave you a question mark, Mom.
I got the same thing. I guess I should have been happy with what you gave me. Huh?
Stick with what you have, Mom.
Apparently. Draylon, will you stop? There's no entries. Nobody can feed the dog today, and there's no entries. Drew keeps forgetting to take it off. Time roller. Look, you started it again, Draylon.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they got the points.
Hey, Mom. I thought someone donated the 500 points to put you away.
Yeah, you told Phantom that I was worth 500 points, and now you're shipping me off to where Phantom lives.
No, I'm just telling you to get off stream. Bye. I'm taking over your points.
That's fine. If Draylon gets one, everybody gets one. No, that's not how this works.
Wait,
I
what?
don't want any of this.
You want any of that?
I mean, I want the question mark, I guess.
Well, you get both.
Yeah, you have to. Or you quit your turn.
Phantom! I'll take a rock and I
Yeah,
guess
Mom.
that.
I guess you have to go.
Yeah, see?
He's
Still
telling you.
waiting for flight info, or he wants his points back. You would cry if I left the house.
No.
Alright, I'm gonna take.
No, just leave the screen. That's all.
No, that's not what it was
You just-
about.
You just have to sit on the couch.
That would be great.
Then do it.
Anthony Gage Wilson, you want to stop now?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to get angry?
None.
Okay. Thank you. Alright. You want to roll for chat now? Would you roll?
Peoples and Stone.
Wow.
When dinner came around, he would cry. Yeah. Definitely would.
I mean, I guess we'll go ahead and take the people.
Yeah, I'm gonna take people.
Take the people. Let's do some purple guy.
Anthony's only been overnight in town in Virginia once his entire life. Twice. Yeah, twice.
At Eden's and Logan's.
That's right. Twice. Anthony's never very far away from me.
Okay. So that's chat's roll.
Yep.
So I believe my next roll is going to be the last. So.
Oh.
Yeah. So here we go.
Why is your sun colored in?
It's not. I just outlined. I didn't color it in.
I thought you weren't supposed to do it at all.
Some
Ooh!
coinage and some wood, which isn't going to help you guys because I'm about to end the game.
What? How?
Yeah.
I'm building my last dungeon. My last piece.
You have all your flags and all your walls. And
The
all
flags
your
don't count. It's 12, so there's 4 here, 4 walls. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for 4 towers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, and up here's like my score
So
sheet.
might as well. Let's just do that and feel like all is that.
Oh, no, I don't need this.
So I'm gonna go ahead and build my tower. What color should I use for my last tower on
The
top?
blood of your enemies because you beat your child.
Red. No, he didn't beat me.
I think
Let's do
so.
pink.
He didn't beat me.
I don't know. He's got 20
You
points.
do have a lot of people.
He's got 20 points in people.
I almost finished the
You
whole
would-
thing.
What place do you think I'm gonna get? Second or third? Probably third, right? There's not that many people playing. Ow. Alright, so we gotta count up stuff.
Alright, so end of the game triggers. There's no more rolls. So at the very top, there is a... Oh, actually, I get the cloud.
Wait, what?
So
Yeah.
What color should I make the cloud?
Blue.
Blue.
What, red?
Okay, I will make it blue.
A blue cloud. Mysterious. Okay, let's start. I'll do my favorite color, my red.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so for each tower, you're just going to add up how many points you have for each tower.
2 plus 2 plus 5. How much is that?
9.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put a 9 there.
So I have 5, 10,
9,
15, 16,
4,
17 for my towers.
For people,
20.
you get the 20.
Wait,
Yes.
20.
No. 20.
I get 4 points for having a cloud.
Oh.
Your windows. 2.
For the people, the last one that you
7,
have,
8. 8.
the range where the last one colored in is going to be your score. So the last one colored in for me is in the 5-point range. So we're going to
Okay.
get the 5 points.
Okay, so that equals.
Count it too.
So each flag, you're going to count how many points they are. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because I have 3 2-point flags and 3 1-point flags.
This is how I do it in class.
Okay. You do how you do in class.
And for cards. So basically in the regular game, you're going to draw cards every time you do a dungeon. But in this game that we're playing with you guys, we just have levels. So if you've gotten all of your dungeons, you're going to get full points here. So it's basically
53.
going to add up.
Hey, Dad, I got 53 points.
Okay. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 is the max point you're going to get for filling up your whole dungeon area. So that's what I got, 10 points for that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
10 plus 17 would wait, I'll do this for you.
don't write on your
You're
Your
fine.
sheet?
You don't have to. Dad can do that.
I got it.
Alright, that's not so
So
bad.
27
So what's
plus
this?
4
Mhm.
plus
Yeah, 20 plus 10 equals 30.
5 plus 9.
8 plus 4 equals 12. And 9 plus
that's a
12 equals 21.
45-point
So
castle.
41 plus 30? Is that what you did?
Yep. I was the winner.
Why did you do 41 plus 12 though?
We have a math.
No, I'm just looking at how he's doing it because he said this is how he does it at school. So I was asking him a question. So this and this is 30.
Yeah,
You
8.
said this and this is 12.
Oh, wait.
Really went lurky.
I forgot something.
What?
That's supposed to be 21.
No, I still don't see where you're getting that last minute preps.
You don't
Yeah,
know?
go ahead,
12,
Dre.
15,
I know you got preppy stuff to do. That's not wrong. D&D preppy stuff.
All right.
Wait.
Let's double check your score.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
You're doing it? Okay.
9 plus 4 plus 20 plus 8 plus, what was that, 10?
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I was just making sure. It's 51.
51. What was your score that you
He did
calculated?
53. He
Yeah.
did
All right,
something a
you're,
little wrong.
you're just off by 2. That's not bad.
Yeah,
But did I still win?
Yeah, you did.
good job.
You did.
Yeah, Mom was in 3rd, you're in 2nd,
Yeah.
I'm in 1st.
I only got 45. I tried to go for the big pointers, but it seems like getting the people
Yep.
into your castle was the better strategy of all of them.
Okay, Dad, we have
However-
to put plans.
Regardless of your score, these castles look amazingly pretty.
Super pretty.
So here's mine.
I'm a pretty.
I think we're gonna post them on Facebook, right?
Here's mine.
Maybe.
Sure.
No? Okay. Well, we
I
don't.
know.
We don't have to. I mean, I think it'd be pretty
Where's
cool
yours?
too. I will post mine on Facebook if no one else will.
You gonna show mine?
This one's Mommy's, the boring one.
See, that's exactly why I don't do anything.
I mean, hers is. You just have darker colors. It's still good.
It's not beautiful like me and yours, though.
I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You ever
Mine
heard of
doesn't
that?
have numbers
That's-
all over it.
That's
It's
what
really
colors
big.
for are beautiful in this.
But yeah.
And your castle's missing a tower.
What?
Since your castle's missing a tower.
Ha. Well, it was destroyed by the
Dragon
Gremlins.
from Time Lord.
Time Lord dragons from the other dimension.
Scary Movie Society's in here. Hi, Baz. Draylon left and you pop in.
Guess what, Mom?
Suspicious.
My tower was
Well, I mean,
destroyed by the
since-
Gremlins.
Since Panic and Fam are the same people, we can make Draylon and Baz the same
Yeah.
person.
So
What are you guys playing? We were playing Once Upon a Castle. The rule book is absolute garbage, so don't
Wow.
read the rule book at all. Watch somebody that's played the game.
So let's go back. So this is a roll and draw.
It's really cute.
It's
So-
pretty hard, though.
These castles are pre-drawn. Okay, there are sheets that are blank on the other side.
I was
You
trying
can
to show
see.
Mom.
You can draw your own castle right here. The visitors are down here, and your scoring is up top.
Yep.
But these are pre-drawn. You're basically rolling the die here. You're gonna roll this die.
The pretty die.
The active player is going to pick, or the active player is going to get the 2 resources that are on that die. Okay, so think like tiny towns here. So if you get a wood, you're gonna get wood. You're gonna put your tokens on the resources, and then when you want to build something. So let's say you want to build this tower here. You use these
See ya,
resources
guys.
to build your tower. So you get a 5-point tower for that. For this, you can use that column here to build the wall. But yeah, that's basically it.
Tyler says the rulebook is great, just read it without trying to figure out the rules. I would have been able to play the game fine without reading the rulebook. If Drew confused me by reading the rulebook, that's why I'm saying it's garbage.
Well,
Because I watched the video of how it was played, and it's nothing like the rulebook. Just freezing up on me. Does that mean you're not going to stream Panic? That's why I hadn't seen you go live yet.
So yeah, the rulebook is really the wording in it is really off. Yeah, you're better off watching a video. I thought that this game was easy enough to just read the book, learn it, and then go for it. But I was wrong.
Nope.
Unless
there's a new rule book that's put out or something, because this one's terrible.
Which is so weird because like we can get
a simple child
game. It's a simple game, simple mechanics.
I'm trying.
But they worded it so badly that you get so confused. You have to read it 4 or 5 different times to understand it. When you kept telling
me that you fill in the blank spaces, I'm like, why? They're not spaces.
Exactly. The thing is in the book, they don't show anything about that.
But they're not spaces.
I get that. But to me, they are spaces because I'm used to filling in stuff.
A space is a space.
Okay, I get that. You're not understanding my view.
Holy crap, you gotta get a lot in these things. Problem is, it's English, not Drew.
No, it's not that. Like I said, when I read the book, it says line or column. I understand that. But to me, a line is a straight point from one end to another. If you have a grid like this, regardless of the empty spaces in between, I'm still going to assume a line from one point to another is what you need.
It is a line.
Okay, but all right, so you're not seeing what I'm seeing here. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
I don't, because I see a line and I see a column, and then I see empty space, which is nothing.
Okay, but you watched a video. If you would have not watched a video and read the book, would you have known that?
I think so, because
really,
because the boxes are a space. So I would assume that this is a line, or a line.
Okay,
and then this would be a column.
If you say so. I mean, knock that one out.
Not the pieces.
If you say so, but to me.
No.
When you say column or row, I am assuming it's the whole row.
Yeah.
Unless you tell me otherwise, that the spaces in between rows and columns do not count as spaces, that's where it went off for me.
Yeah.
If you don't tell me that in a game, how am I supposed to?
Sometimes.
If you don't tell me that in the rule book, how am I supposed to assume that? Is it right to assume that? If you know me as well as anyone else, when I read a rule book, I want to play the game based on how the designer created it.
Lar speaks Mama so she can make sense of more things.
Yeah. But that's where I'm coming from. If you tell me you have to complete a whole row or column, that's in a grid like this, a whole row means the whole row. That's to me. Okay, if they have set this up differently, it'd be different.
Yeah, that might happen. We'll see.
But that's where I'm coming from. The rulebook didn't say anything about these blank spaces, not even to denote them or whatever. There's nothing in the book about these spaces.
I see a big Tetris piece on this blue side. Oh, well, I guess it's on the green side.
Yeah, they're on
both.
Just in
its separate. I wonder how this side would be now that we actually know the rules.
So there are 2 different versions. There's the easy version, which wasn't so easy for us, really.
Yeah, I mean...
And then there's the advanced version with characters that have powers.
I'm curious about those.
They're on the back.
An 18th century day in October. Oh, cool. Drew added blank space rules when there weren't any in the book.
No, I'm going to have to repeat myself 80 times.
No, nobody understands what you mean.
What I mean. Okay.
I mean, Time Ruler is on the same page as I am, though.
I get it, but if you don't say it's in the rules, you have to tell people to not count these blank spaces as spaces. If you say to complete a whole row or column, I'm going to assume it's the whole row in a 3x8 grid.
Well, Panic hasn't been able to go live yet.
Am I wrong to think that?
Yes.
There are plenty of games that have blank spaces that you X over to complete a row. Am I wrong?
Only you saw the spaces as part of the grid. Who made this game? Blue Orange did.
Blue Orange made it. But that's what I'm saying. I will read the rule right from the book.
I will be back.
It says each player can remove the tokens which complete one line or one column on their personal board. To me, that's a whole line or a column. I get that this is a whole column here. But when you tell me a whole row, I'm going to assume it's all the spaces in the row. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, but it doesn't say that in the book. That's what I'm trying to say. There's no mention of blank spaces in the book at all, and they're going to assume that you understand that they are not spaces. But as many games I have played with grids that you fill up, there have been many games that have little icons on the grids, and then there are no icons on the grids. You know, some of them are just spaces that you have to get to in order to get that item. So that's where my mind was going with this.
There's no lines in the parts on the spaces. The line is a colored space, not the whole board. Why is it? True. Same go across the whole board. It's not a grid. When do you guys usually stream? We normally stream at 4 p.m. We were a little bit late today. We had other things going on.
Yeah, we had issues. But yeah, that's where my mind was going. If I had a game like this that had this grid system here, or this board system that it is, you know, you have to explain everything on the board. Am I wrong? Even if it is blank spaces. If you have to denote that these are spaces that you have to fill, that should be in the rulebook. You shouldn't have to assume because there's no lines in between. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but that's how I take it.
But we're telling you you're wrong, and you've gone about this the entire game.
No, you're telling me I was wrong, and I said okay.
Game where you're assuming it's like other games you play, you can't do that. Yeah.
No, I get that, but okay, if it's not in the rule book.
We're going to change into an earlier time so we can read more. Oh, that would be really cool. No one has asked those questions on BG, so you're the only one that has this issue.
Yeah, I get it. But I'm going to drop it at that.
Panic! Why are you not online? Tell your computer to work so
Tell
we
your
can read
computer to work. But I do have many issues with many different companies' rulebooks, so that may be just me. And it probably is. But
how many boards does this game come off for?
4.
Because there's 4 different colors.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, 4 different colors.
Or if you guys start after we do, we can always raid you guys. We used to do that too, but I know that, well, I'm not really sure where you guys are right now, but I'm sure you're in a different time zone. So
I'm eating blackened chicken Alfredo. That sounds amazing.
That sounds really good.
It sounds really, really good.
I haven't made Alfredo in like forever.
You know what I miss? I know we had when we did make it, we had it so many times that you hated it.
Clam pasta.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly
Clam pasta.
what you're gonna say.
Pasta. It's just the pasta with a clam sauce, basically. It's really good.
Anybody have anybody online to raid into?
Who are we rating? Yes.
Because Panic's computer wants to be a butt. And I've got to make hungry kids dinner.
I was hoping to raid Panic because last time I messed up the raid to him, so
yeah,
I felt really bad about it. I really did. Of course, whoever Panic Games was got the raid, and they weren't even online.
All right, we can do that. What are they playing today?
Are they surfers?
Oh wait, no, Panic just went live.
Oh, here I am trying to go. Discussing D&D monsters.
Oh.
You want to go there? I mean, I know. Or do you want to go to Sea Panic?
Yeah, let's go see Panic. You just said you wanted to.
Yeah,
apologize for bad raid.
I owe him a raid because.
You owe him an apology raid.
Yes, an apology.
Go Panic.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I type it in right. I know. Have a good night.
Well, you said you
Dr.
messed it
Stein.
up last time because I wasn't here in your annoyance. So I'm telling you this time, the Panic Games.
Okay.
Wait. Is it with an S? Okay.
Yeah, I did. It's really nice.
Have a good night.
Yeah,
everybody.
look, I should have known, but because his icon pops up right there, so it's.
Yeah, I
I
was.
should have known.
Yeah, I think I thought that the icons popped up.
So he's playing Unusual Suspects
Yeah.
with
That's
chat.
right. Yeah.
So let's go over there and play with Panic. That didn't sound too good.
I
But
love the game he's playing, Unusual Suspects. It's really fun.
yeah. There was actually a few other games at Barnes and Nobles that we really wanted to get.
Yeah, there was a lot of games.
There were so many games there, but of course our game store also has many more than that.
Yeah.
Different ones, but they're all good.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and go raid.
Alright. Yep.
So I can clean up and you can go do what you want to do.
I've got to feed kids because they've been at school all day and they're starving.
All right. Well, we're gonna go head out.
Yep.
Come back tomorrow. Play with us on BGA on Discord.
Yeah. Tomorrow's PGA day.
All right. So with that, we
Let's go
say
see
good night.
Panic.
Good night.